is Saturday, the 8th of November, 2025. And the purpose of this video is actually to get your feedback. Right? What I'm really looking for, and this is a very, very important question, is what is the question of the day that I'm going to open up a stream on Omegle with, or any other kind of website where I might have random chats today that I may record for purposes of bringing those discussions to you. And I'd just love to know if you have any fun suggestions. Very often I go on there and talk about Israel Palestine or any other thing related to it. I'd love to know what you think would be a good question to open up the discussions with. If you're going to just post disgusting things, you can skip that because obviously I'm not going to ask those things. But if you have anything interesting that I may or may not have asked before, by all means, feel free to leave a comment here or message here in the chat about what you would like to see be the question of the day. All right, I'd be happy to entertain your questions if they are appropriate, obviously. So if you have any ideas, feel free to ask. Yeah, so apart from that, in fact, if you have a list of ideas, feel free to write your whole list out. That's fine too. The more the merrier. If you're asking why am I asking you for the question of the day, am I short on ideas? No, I've got gazillions of ideas and openers that I can always use. Yeah, that's a technical term, gazillions. But by all means, if you have any particular uh, type of questions that you'd like me to ask, you're absolutely welcome to ask me. If you have a good opener, maybe I've even asked it before, but maybe not. Right? I love doing these Omegle speed runs. Sometimes they last a couple hours. Sometimes they last 3 or 4 hours. It's kind of crazy. It really depends on the audience, like who shows up for it. I very much feel the energy in the room, and when there's a good vibe and I can feel it, people want me to keep going, I'm happy to do it. If people get tired of it relatively quickly, or at some point during the process, then well, I can feel the energy and I bring it to a close as quickly as possible. Now, the reason that I'm responsive like that is because I typically do those inside of a room in a Discord server, which is run by official Sahar TV right here on YouTube. He's got a Discord server, and it's called Sahar TV. And in there, there's a voice chat channel where there's a bunch of us who are in there pretty regularly. The channel tends to stay up for a long time. It's called the DAO Yin or DAO channel, something like that, like DAO channel, spelled DAO, like DAO. Or Dao, or however you want to pronounce it. DAO. I pronounce it DAO, like the Tao of whatever. But the point is that in that room, there tend to be some people when I do these streams. Sometimes it gets quite packed. Sometimes it gets to be like 25 people or so. I might actually move it to what's called a stage in there, because the stage allows me to have more people in there than the usual voice channel rooms. Because once you're running like a video or something, then the voice chat room is limited to 25 people. And every time I do those things, there's 25 people and more trying to come in. So leave a comment also here if you think I should keep doing it in the voice channel, which would continue to limit access to the people coming to it, meaning not more than 25 people at a time could watch my Omegling or my Omi TVing or whatever app I'm using with those strangers, those random chats. Or if you think I should move it to the the more video friendly stage when I'm doing those things, leave a comment for that too. I'll be happy to take your comments under advisement. We have already a large group of fans who want to keep it in the voice chat, and a large group of fans who want to move it to the stage. And you'd be surprised that not everybody who wants to move it to the stage is necessarily who you might assume, and vice versa. Not everybody who wants to keep it in the voice chat is not everyone that you might assume. Right? So you might think, oh, the people in the voice chat, they want to keep it exclusive. The people who on the stage, they want to open it up and say, it's not always what you think, but we do have a base of support for in either cases. Right? A lot of the people that want to keep it in the voice chat want to do so because they want to keep the channel alive, because it's a temporary voice channel, and they have this goal of keeping the channel alive, and they don't want it to stop, and they want it to be inactive for more than a few minutes, because then it would just like automatically disappear, and the people in that room, for some reason, they're just like, I don't know, they take it upon themselves to keep the voice channel alive, which is kind of funny and kind of cool, but also really silly. And that's kind of the part that makes it fun. It's this fun, silly thing that's completely meaningless that a bunch of adults are willfully doing, right, with their time. I mean, while they're working or whatever, and they have their Discords, or while they're just goofing around and have their Discords open, that they voluntarily put time into keeping a voice chat server alive, a voice chat channel. I find that kind of rather amusing. So, hi, how's it going? Hello. Hi, David. So yeah, so if you have any suggested ideas for the question of the day, the first question of the day that I might ask people during my Omegle speed runs, then by all means, please let me know what that suggested question is. If you have multiple questions, let me know, because I am happy to entertain even silly questions you might have. I might ask them. And yeah, I'm totally open to doing something like that. So by all means, let me know what you think. Post them right here so I can see them. That'd be great. And then when I get ready to roll with my session later today, probably, maybe within the next hour and a half or so, maybe less, I will have your questions to consider as my opening question to whoever I happen to speak to. Now, you got to remember, in those Omegle speedruns, half the fun is seeing the people's initial reactions and then seeing them flee, because, of course, when I have the flag of Israel on as my country location, people there freak out, and they don't know what to do, so they usually just curse and run. And that's usually very amusing because, I mean, yes, of course, you're dealing with ignorant people or undereducated people or misinformed people, so their reactions can be quite hilarious. It's like watching emotional triggered responses from people who have no idea what they're talking about, but they still make those ridiculous responses. So I highly recommend that sort of a fun thing if you know what you're doing. Not if you don't know what you're doing. I don't recommend it at all. And that would go for most people. But if you're a YouTuber and you know what you're doing and you know how to do the necessary things you need to do, I won't get into all of the specifics of what that means, but if you know what to do, what you need to do, it is quite entertaining. But yeah, it's also very fun to have some people along for the ride. And that's why those voice channels are fun to do that in. Again, that Discord is called Sahar TV. You should check it out. You can get the link to it just by going to the YouTube channel, Official Sahar TV. You can check out Official Sahar TV. I think in all his videos, at least the recent ones, he does, he has the link in that, in the video description. So just look up Official Sahar TV. And the Sahar, he spells Sahar, just like it sounds. Official Sahar TV. All one word or whatever. Just search for it on YouTube, you'll find it. Even if you search for it in 3 words, it'll find it too. And then when you do that, if you want to join, for example, the voice channel that I mentioned, so what you do is you look for the channel called DAO, DAO. Okay, when you go into the Dow channel, you'll see me there. Right, I'm one of the users there. In fact, they recently made me a moderator, which I find kind of funny. Why me? I don't even know. I mean, I know they gave me reasons, but it's not something I asked for. That's for sure. But it's a nice place, and I'm happy to, while I'm there, be the grumpy old man. But I'm not old. But it's Discord, so relatively, and it's just a fun community of people from all over the world. All have different opinions, usually discussing all kinds of different topics. Today, for example, there was some pretty wild discussions, I have to say, at least in the time that I was in there for a few minutes. The side chat gets kind of wild too in the voice chat channel, and there's plenty of other non-voice chat channels in there that have a lot of really wild discussions. It gets pretty crazy. I definitely recommend it as a source of entertainment. If you are looking for ever entering any random, usually interesting discussions, very often about the Middle East or stuff related to the Middle East. It could be politics, it could be religion, it could be culture, it could be anything really, or international affairs or anything like that. It's an interesting Discord. Let's put it that way. Yeah, you'll find me in there sometimes, and occasionally doing these live streams, like I said. So by all means, do have a gander. And there's probably what do you call it? A good probability that I will be launching the Omegle thing even within an hour from now. Right? We'll see how it goes. Might be less, might be a bit more, but within an hour. Typically, they last, like I said, a couple hours to 3-4 hours. I always try to limit them to like a half hour to an hour, but then they just end up getting kind of good right around that time. Once they got the groove on, and I don't know, something happens with the algorithm of who they connect me to, and right around that hour is when it starts to take off. So it usually goes for at least 2 hours, and then very typically 3 and sometimes 4 hours. But yeah, so you got plenty of time to hop in and check it out. You don't have to stay for any of it really, but you can stay as long as you like, and leave whenever you want. Like Hotel California, or no wait, that's the place you can't ever leave. Yeah. Anyway, this channel you can definitely leave if you want, and it's just fun. So highly recommend it. If you've never joined anything like this before, feel free to just join and watch and be silent. You can say hi if you want. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. It's an open chat place, but if you prefer to watch in silence, just type a few words hello in the voice chat or something, side chat. By all means, you're welcome to do that. The point of that place is primarily fun and connecting people from all over the world. So I do recommend it. All right. Good job. Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now, folks. So hopefully I'll see you in that stream, and if not, well, see you hopefully in the next video here. Feel free to like and subscribe. Please do, actually. If you find this kind of random thing where I ask you a question of the day to ask other people, or any other topic that I talk about, whether it's crypto or the Middle East or geopolitics or marketing or anything like that, AI, all the topics I cover here in this amalgam of things I talk about, then by all means, please subscribe. Let the algos know this is an interesting channel, and you'd like more people to see it as well. So like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that little notification bell. Appreciate all that. All right, that's it for now, folks. Take care. Peace.